Hello. This is Jeffrey K. Harkins. And these are most of the same people who were here before, with very specific and I think curatorial new additions. To the right of my right, of course, we have Dwab, 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 Dwab. And to my left, we have Gavin Greco, back at it. Now,
Not a normal name.
Exactly.
Sorry, Dave.
Yeah. No, a real human name.
Yeah.
Is the place of honor. Now, so historically, what we have done is we have assessed the game, and we have determined a MVP, which for some reason, the way that we do it is a physical object and not a person.
We didn't want to give deference to. It's like you were the best again, Ryan, or whatever. Like, we didn't want to do that.
Oh, there we go.
Well, it was also The Simpsons.
Oh, really?
Inanimate carbon rod. That's why
That's why you did.
Yeah.
That's why I threw it out there.
That's good.
Go back to episode 1.
I thought it was about humility.
No, it wasn't.
So in your minds,
It's always about Simpsons.
in your minds, I want you to consider possible MVPs while I tell the camera that we're going to be doing super cool giveaways here on the stream. That's the main thing. Oh, and also we have all the top bitsters in our continuum.
The official name?
Yeah, well, we do a new thing every week, actually.
bitsters?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, but so the person who tipped the cauldron and gave you all those cool toys for Krenar was Clever Rogue, but Clever Rogue pops up elsewhere because the cauldron always gets tipped by a person who donates to one of the players.
Yeah. Are we going to do this now?
Oh yeah,
All
let's do it.
Yeah, Clever Rogue gets all the love because then Clever Rogue was the top donator. So that was Big Daddy Dinar's Yum Yum Hut Employee of the Week.
Yeah.
Clever Rogue.
And for
It's good branding.
And
It's very good.
Cathris benefited from don't get caught in the white fire. White fire.
Honestly, I would feel good about that.
Now, Clever Rogue works at the Yum Yum Hut full time,
Oh, yeah.
but after those 40 hours are done, drop the hat, I guess a visor, throw it on the ground, and it grows into a magical creature.
The visor's a seed of some kind.
Exactly. Clever Rogue, thank you from Walnut. She's speaking through me currently.
Yes, sir.
I will channel Rosie and say that I'm going to name a star after Courtney Tetradex,
That's pretty good.
who I definitely have seen donating like week after week. So
yeah,
thanks for your
definitely.
support.
No.
Yeah, I recognize
all the
everyone's
time.
names here.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
are family friends.
Close friends.
Yeah.
Um,
You know, they're better than we usually have in. What do you do Wednesdays?
I don't really want to.
I got my own shit. So let's see. I'm trying to think. MVP wise, what objects do we have? I guess we've got
The Shadow Rubik's Cube.
Shadow Rubik's cubes.
Listen, I wish I could give it to a living being, which is Scythe. I just want to give it to that weirdo.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like because Scythe. I mean, I wish I had the Underdark book back here. So when Eric and I are looking at the books, they haven't actually done that much Underdark material for the game, like in a really long time. Like this Underdark book, I think is 2nd edition.
I was going to say, that's when you said the creature from last time was
Oh
second edition,
man,
right?
like it's so old.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times, like it's all tuned to a specific like year in the continuum, which is well over 100 years ago.
Yeah.
In the modern stuff, and so a lot of times when we're looking at it, like we'll see like an idea that we think is cool. But then we want to think about like, okay, so 100 years from then, what did it do? Like, we don't want that, just like in the C team generally, like we want that stuff to actually feel like real time past.
Yeah.
And so the idea that the Cloakers would have their city flying around and have districts that are the bridges, which was basically the old version of the town. The idea that they have this central core that's completely defensible, that they never have to let down, and because it's shadow stuff, it doesn't weigh anything. Like it isn't even hard work for them to carry it around.
Yeah.
But Scythe E. Selmer is like he's like a student of Shadow basically, and so it talks about how he's a little weird, and he has a hard time carrying on conversations in common necessarily. So it was really fun to have him do that, and also it was fun to basically play him off Rosie.
Yeah.
And mess around with just have a chance to mess around with their relationship, I think.
If it has to be inanimate, though, we could give it to that city, or maybe
Yeah,
the
there's a lot.
spools
Yeah.
of Shadow. It was all super interesting to me.
Or we could give it to Tasty.
Who will soon be inanimate.
Yeah.
It's just
How we play him, yeah.
It's just a matter of time. Hey, do you have should I just tell Josh to do the giveaways, to pick the giveaways in there, or is that your task?
How should we?
We'll be doing it.
Oh, it's all Patrick.
Should we space these out as if they were critical rolls? I know there was difficulty when we went back to back.
Nailed it.
You get.
You just do it.
13.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's just do it, Patrick.
All right, let's do the first one.
Let's do it and then kick it out. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, absolutely.
first?
Yeah, I was
That's
just
a
going to
good
say
one.
no, because this is actually really cool because those are the ones that's the gauge that we have at the A-team games and throwing them. You expect Miley Cyrus to like come in on one like from the side.
Pretend this is a 20. Meow,
It's a 91.
meow, meow. 91. One.
Boy.
One, it's close. It's
L.
close.
He's gonna
Lowercase
want
L.
it.
14.
No, he's getting all the
Valentine's
ones
Day.
out of it.
All right. So there. Womp, womp, womp.
Get the
Pick a-
ones,
pick
get
a
the ones
winner.
out.
Bip,
Exactly.
bip, bip.
Oh,
Are we
oh,
doing
and
once?
if you have been putting the awesome new emotes to use, is that all, Gavin?
Yes.
Okay, because of the earlier ones, that was Dwab.
The shitty versions.
Yeah, but now we got the next level shit.
Damn.
Our shit got cranked up.
the
But
self-drag.
if you have questions or appreciations for Gavin or Dave, by all means.
If you want to say anything nice to us, let us know.
No, exactly.
If you want-
I will tell it. I will tell them right here.
If you love it, question to Gav. If you hated it,
Send it
Right
right
to
to Dave.
Yep, I'll take all your great critiques.
and while you read that letter, let's just get the other giveaway out of the way too. So we have.
We're doing it?
Yeah, we just said doing both, right? Yeah. All right, officially now. All right, let's roll. See what I get.
That's not a dice at all.
Oh,
Other way.
janked. It's janked.
It checked
Dude,
out.
that's
Hold on, let me
not-
try again.
What the?
Hey!
Wait, now open
Heads.
it. Open it carefully and see what all of them
Yeah,
are.
yeah. Get the aggregate die value.
What do you got?
Oh boy.
All right.
Now you gotta put them back.
Hey!
Devil.
Zoom in.
There's a 2.
Hey, Dave and Gavin.
Networth.
What character would you play if you guest starred in the C team?
So, are
Which
you
would be
saying
so easy,
let's
'cause you're
make
right
a
down the
character
hall.
class,
These are
right.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we could hop over. We could skate over because we're millennials on our asshole boards.
Yeah.
I've played D&D, and whenever I create a character in a RPG like Skyrim or something like that,
Yeah.
I always go for a very dumb brute orc with one syllable, like Gronk, something like that.
Yeah.
Tug. I like things like that. So I would probably go for some sort of tank. I think aggressive,
Tank.
not
yeah.
not super smart. Tank also a good name.
One syllable.
Yeah.
But you got,
I,
just get wild.
I've only ever played D&D once, but I played in a game
back
with,
in the old office,
with
right?
Chris.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You played a bard, I think, and I would probably play the same class again. I played a druid because I just wanted to always be in animal form, and so I basically played like 85% of that campaign in animal form.
No, it was that cat, right?
Yeah, I played a snow leopard. Because
Yeah.
like I remember when I was trying to create a character, they were like, it's Dungeons and Dragons and you can be whatever you want. And I was like, cool, I want to be a Minotaur. And they were like, you can't be a Minotaur, that's not
What?
a playable race. And I'm like, well then this is ridiculous. You told me I could be anything, but all of a sudden there's rules.
Yeah, exactly. You can't pretend to be a
Yeah.
minotaur.
It was like all the like really animalistic races were non-player races. And so
Yeah.
I wanted to be like a Minotaur or like
Found a way.
Yeah.
You could have had it like a druid who took Minotaur form.
yeah, basically. I want to play whatever the closest thing I can get to a werewolf is. Like,
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Second Life.
24/7. Exactly. You won't be a dirigible.
I want to play the WoW like wolf
Taran.
class, whatever
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is.
yeah. Oh, yeah, with the hat.
Yeah.
So I have a letter here from Jason from Critical Dice. Let's see. Dear Jerry and the C Team, I started playing D&D in middle school and continued through college. Life got in the way of playing for about 10 years. It wasn't until the first AI podcast I realized how much I missed it. Cannot overstate this. Acquisitions Incorporated rekindled my love of the game. I sometimes hear this. Thank you so much for reminding me of the simple joy of rolling polyhedrons with friends. I can't thank you enough, but I can try. The C Team has been the highlight of my week. Because of AI, I've started playing again, teaching kids I work with how to play, introduced my own children to the game, even started making my own dice. The idea of these literally came from you roll in the live games. I've included a set for you to enjoy, although Cthulhu may also get use out of them.
Wow.
Your labors please me. Jason from Critical Dice.
Please.
Wow.
Fail in style. Oh, the one is the one is literally the word no. Hashtag fail in style. Thanks so much.
Do you want to put it in the box so people can see?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah, here. Put that in here.
Let's,
Now, Josh,
do an
is there an
unveiling.
overhead
the-
camera
the
that
real
can
deal.
show the cart?
It's in the center between the two rolling boxes.
Should we move it into
I can try to move it. Put it in the other one.
Okay.
Well, I hold it up.
Yeah.
Jeez
I
Louise.
hold day.
These are handsome.
I hold day.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's good.
There's a camera in
I
here.
mean, that work. Oh, those are spacious.
It's lovely.
I like that.
Oh,
I appreciate
that's
that there's
good.
punctuation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. But it's very
no full stop.
but they're very legible
No.
too.
I hear dubstep.
Yeah, oh, exactly. So this right here, this is an in-game letter. This is from CRW Scribbler, but there's an in-game letter at the top that I'll read, which is fun. Enclosed in this parcel, this is from the Waterdeep Replica Company. Enclosed in this parcel is the completed prototype you previously requested. Our artisans at the Waterdeep Replica Company took great pains to try and replicate the Red Larch Branch's equipment and means of conveyance. We have noted there are some minor errors and are working to improve upon them in a revision. Please note that we were working on a solution to reduce window fogging on the cart model, but the ones affected could be marked as Scala hyperventilation variant and sold at a premium. We would also like to warn you of a possible issue. Whoever designed the Curse of Straub trim pattern is a devious fiend, possibly literally.
Oh, I hate
3
it.
of our painters lost their minds completing this work. We have an in-house cleric, though, so it's okay. In regards to the Doomgate Inn related merchandising efforts, our artists arrived at the inn but found it closed. The door had a sign that said, "Visiting WitchCon, be back soon." We will try again later. We hope this cart model and its contents please you. Waterdeep Replica Company.
So
Yeah.
Legati in there?
So you can see there's a little Legati in there. There's the
toothbrush?
little toothbrush, a cappy, a foremother.
Oh, look, yeah, on the front seat, there's a map.
There's a
there.
map, a
Rosie's
documenty
map.
bank. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Dude, that's
I
dope.
don't know how well
Good
this is showing up on
details.
camera, but it looks pretty dope.
Oh, it even has the Mimir in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, that is the coolest shit. Hey,
Titanic.
Yeah, this is amazing.
right. Hey, so everyone knows. So the level up winner for the
your
cool dice.
sun hat's in there.
Sun hat's in there. Nice. Axelon891. This is now your dice. May it serve you well. And of course, the Elderwood is to Clever Rogue,
Yay!
which you earned it.
Damn.
You
Yeah,
earned
you
it.
earned that
the
one.
stream.
Been a
Yeah.
good night. Been a good night for you. Hey, Ravenholm wants to know what is included in the fried chicken dinner at Big Daddy Dinar's Yum Yum Hut.
I don't know. I legit have thought about making like funny
Menu.
a novelty menu. Yeah,
You have to.
I was gonna ask you if you would help me.
Oh, okay. You
it
want
has
me
to be a
make
situation
menu
where it's
for
like
it.
No, I'll write all the funny
Oh,
copy.
he wants you to make the jokes and then him get to claim credit for it.
No, I'll make the funny jokes, make it look pretty, and then also add some jokes.
But I mean, but what's the conveyance? Like, is
You
it like
spice it up, literally.
barrel of chicken, or is it like a
Figuratively,
chest?
literally.
Pop.
Yeah, there would be it would just be like all in jokes. The Fred chicken dinner would be.
It's a chicken that somebody loved enough to name,
Yeah.
and now you're eating
The
it.
chicken's named Fred.
There's only one
The
of
waiter
them.
who gives it to you is named Fred.
It's a full Fred.
Yeah,
the
you can't
whole
order
night.
it if Fred's not working.
It's not even on there. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
he's not here tonight. Let's see. Man, this is actually a good question because I think it'll help. Funkapotamus wants to know, what were some of your first paying creative jobs?
You and I, or we can also talk.
No, I'm saying we
I've
like
done
this.
creative work.
This is good. This is good for people to know.
First creative pain.
Yeah. First,
I
first
just
creative
do,
check.
like photography.
Let the creatives talk. Ryan, please.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Mine was actually like I graduated from college from Full Sail at 19 and went right into a studio job. So like it would have been a salary.
Oh,
paycheck.
right out the door.
Yeah.
Nice.
I worked 2 jobs as like in restaurant work before I went
Yeah.
to college, and so I never had any non-industry work post college. So I went just right into working at a studio.
Kick ass. How about you, Dwab?
I think I sold a few photos of
Bands?
animals.
Oh,
no,
animals.
to a pet store. I went to a pet store and started taking photos of these animals. I didn't know what I was doing really, but I got some really cool shots of fish, and I brought them in, and they bought them from me. That was like the first.
Did you feel like you had discovered the fucking cheat
I was 17,
codes?
exactly. I got like $20, so it wasn't much. But like at 17,
But in store
not
credit,
having
a lot of fish food.
And
turned
fish.
into 4 betas.
Nice.
So a
It
lot of
became
those
one
really
beta.
pretty pebbles that you can.
Yeah, exactly.
That gravel. What you got?
The first paying like design work I did was like the first iteration of the there's a Japanese garden in LA. It's in where is it? El Segundo? No, it's not. It's attached to a treatment plant. It's the place where they film Starfleet Academy shots in
Oh, really?
Next Generation. Yeah, because it's like you have the Japanese garden, it looks nice, but then there's this really futuristic looking building, which is the treatment plant. and I got I don't remember how much I was paid, but I got some sort of a certificate from the city for my good work, and it's probably the ugliest thing I can imagine. Now thinking back, but what was it? The year like '98.
They should have gotten a designer to make this thing. It sounds like.
No, I mean at that point it wasn't really design. What could you? It was like tables and frames, and just can there be a counter on it? These are all technologies that are dead for good reason.
Yeah.
I know they're alive on the Acq Inc. website though. Actually,
They're back. Yeah. So, have you ever done anything noteworthy?
Nope, this is it right here. I
One
did.
day we'll pay you for it.
I was thinking.
You made a kid.
I made a kid. I designed. I sold illustrations in high school and college. I was going to say photography because I worked for the ESPN affiliate, so I was like, I got paid to take pictures there.
Oh.
Nice.
In Philadelphia, yeah.
That's awesome.
Way better than fish.
But before that, no, I remember because one of the early ones was there was like a volunteer group, and they paid me to design the T-shirt for it, and it was like Helping Hands or something. So the drawing was actually like two little hands, and they were like this, so they were like these were the legs, and then the outside fingers were the hands, and like one was holding a little shovel. It was super lame. I was in high school, but I got like $200 for it. Like I got a good rate for it.
Yes.
I was like, I'm a professional now.
Yeah, dude. There's people not making that now.
Yeah.
No, the very first time I ever got paid for creative work was I made a original rap track for the DARE program.
What?
In my school.
Oh, how old were you? I really want to know.
Gosh.
And then let us compare with how old we were.
It was 7th grade.
Yeah, when was DARE?
Was
I
that?
bought
Did you not have DARE?
We did, but I'm trying to remember when it was.
Yeah,
Y'all,
me
it
too.
still works. I still have not done a drug.
It worked.
It fucking worked.
You probably heard my hot track, and it
probably.
changed your life.
That stuffed lion.
I probably
no,
sang along.
It was like $100.
I wanted that stuff.
It was like $100, but that was
Anthony Roach got that
I was
stuff
in eighth.
line.
I was in 8th grade. That was just on the way to high school.
I think ours was like 4th grade. Mine was at least. It was
Yeah.
like 4th, 5th.
Yeah, it's kick ass.
Yeah, mine was middle school. Well, yeah. No, elementary. I think it was fifth grade for me.
Yeah, but you get that taste. You're like, I can do something, I don't hate it, and you get that taste. Hey, so Jujitsuba would like to hear more about the jade versus wood discussion.
Oh man, how?
So Kate brought this up.
Oh, okay.
To mess with you.
I even had a folder on my desktop called Jadespo, and that's what everything lived in for a
Like
little bit.
Jadespiration?
Yeah, exactly. I was looking at various forms of jade and it being used in photos and in games and whatnot, and I really had this idea to push towards that thematically, because when we started talking about the overlays, I didn't want to do wood because it was the obvious choice.
Sure.
Like I wanted to try to see if we could do
totally.
that. And I knew that storyline wise, we were talking about going like gyms kind of. So I tried, and I spent a terrible, terrible day working from home on my kitchen table. And I just remember like trying over and over again to do this. And I got like one really good jade thing created, and then realized that it would have to be like hundreds of hours to get like the amount of detail I want and saw in my head to do each individual thing. And it just was not working. I think I did 6 variations before I then landed what we have right now. It was a terrible time trying to get started, but as soon as like I got the wood texture in there, everything felt good.
Yeah.
And so I was like, from here, it just like took off.
Yeah, I mean, and our thinking, because we had talked about it, like after it was done and I had seen it, it just sort of feels like, it should sort of feel like the Drawn and Courtier. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
When you roll through on a Thursday, it should feel like you're going to a place that
Yeah.
you've been and
You're
you
comfortable
like, right?
hanging
And
out
I
there.
think that the wood partially sells it, but I know what you mean. It's like you avoid the wood at first because it seems like the obvious
Exactly.
choice. But yeah, that's
When you think of like Dungeons and Dragons overlay, you kind of think wood, paper, all that. Now we're using wood and paper, so
There you go.
here. Let's see.
And it's lame.
Dave.
and it's the worst.
Why are we paying?
The good overlay gap dates.
Oh, so Pythos07 says, Dave, we need a why not a long rest emote. I know this will be a challenge, but I trust in you and Gavin.
Not enough words in it.
Yeah. How about why? You can read that at 24 by 24 pixels.
Should be the question
Is
mark.
it an
Yeah,
appealing
that's you.
acronym?
You're emote.
No.
No, he did. He said he called you out.
That was
Yeah,
Pythos, like, you know.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Why no? Why
So
now?
why not a long rest?
Does
I've
that-
wanted to do one
often
for
someone come
no
up?
roll needed because I heard Chris Perkins say that one time, and I thought that'd make a kind of a cool
Oh,
shirt.
yeah,
with
no roll
something-
need-
you
no
describe
roll
it so
needed is
bad,
pretty
no roll
kick-ass.
needed.
Yeah.
I feel like that's easier, but still, that's a lot of words to fit in a 24.
It's a word
No roll.
sandwich. Yeah.
no
You
roll.
don't need to. Yeah.
Or shrug.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. Hey, so CC Phantom says, how much do Gavin and Dave know about the plot of the C Team for design purposes? Goose egg.
They could care less.
Yeah, I mean, truthfully, it's not.
We
doesn't affect
The
us.
perfect people to have on right now.
we tune into
I
almost
hate
every
this show.
episode to watch the things perform.
We watch things happen. but
Yeah.
I listen to the show.
Yeah,
I don't hear
it's
what's
hard
happening.
to parse it.
Yeah, I don't attain a lot of it because
It's
I'm
the-
trying to work while I
Yeah.
listen to. So
Yeah,
it's like,
It's a show that's hard to have fun with hearing it or watching it. So
It's a
just-
hard show
Yeah.
to enjoy.
Anytime
get
anything around it, near it, even close to it, is difficult and makes life worse.
You
think of
asked
it-
about the Jade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
To get to like know, were you asked to like to get an idea of what the next season could
Yeah,
be in
the
like a
hook.
broad sense? I feel like that's like as far as we've really delved into like trying to get
usually
next
it's
info.
checks with Alyssa to make sure that this is okay, that this doesn't break anything, and or Jerry directly. But
Yeah,
Jade
yeah.
was the only thing I ever had to really ask about. I think.
This show is an unacquired taste.
An unacquired taste.
Definitely.
Hey, Maxwell's Demon says, now that the polls happen in advance, do you take a sneak peek or vote in them?
No.
I've only looked at one. It was one like 2 ago.
Yeah, the only reason why I was like, Cathris, is because the name was in the tweet. So otherwise, I do not look, and I don't know what they're about. 'Cause
And
I don't
like,
want to know.
everyone was like freaking out about it too, because they're potentially getting
No, they
Legati
worked-
taken away, and
It was upsetting.
it was
Oh,
even
yeah.
got like
I saw
people
that.
were tweeting me about it. And
They
I'm like,
worked
"What?"
to swing like that was not that definitely stirred him up.
It did.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thanks for rolling through, Dave and Gavin,
Sure.
and also Ryan and Chris, and also Amy and
The other
Rosie.
The other one.
Jerry, I
It's
do want
so
to
hard.
mention that we have
It's
some
Kate.
cool
There's only
stuff.
4
It's the
names. to
2
remember.
names. No, there's
8.
8 names, and
Oh, 8 names.
and sometimes I can't use it.
No
And
one in
Amy
history
gets-
has ever remembered 8
Amy
names.
gets so mad if I use the wrong name. Like, it's totally fucked me up. Oh, what were you gonna say?
We have some cool stuff coming out merchandise-wise soon. I don't want to spoil anything,
Yeah.
but if you can imagine, you can probably imagine something.
Yeah.
And if you're in the Shadow Council, you might really like one of
be
something else
pleased.
to do.
Yeah, you'll be pleased by the labors.
Exactly.
But anyway, yeah, it was
Coming soon.
Yeah, it's coming soon. It was obviously
See
super fun Thursday. Come back and hang out with us again next week. We'll see you then.
Wednesday.